Adolf Hitler's vision of Greater Germany shaped much of the political and military strategy behind World War II. But what did Greater Germany actually mean? How did Hitler's ideas influence not only the war but the entire course of European history? In today's video, we'll dive into Hitler's ambitions for a united German Reich, his concept of Lebensraum, and how his dream for Greater Germany contributed to one of the darkest chapters in human history. Hitler's idea of Greater Germany didn't come out of nowhere. It was based on old German nationalist ideas from the 19th century. Back then, Germany was made up of many small states and principalities. Nationalists wanted to bring all German-speaking people together into one nation. The German Empire was created in 1871 by Otto von Bismarck, uniting some of these states, but Austria, with its many German speakers, was left out. Hitler, born in Austria, was deeply influenced by these nationalist ideas, and after World War I, he became fixated on uniting all ethnic Germans into one Reich. After joining the German Workers' Party, which later became the Nazi Party, Hitler rose to power through a combination of populist rhetoric, propaganda, and ruthless political strategy. A key element of his political platform was the unification of all ethnic Germans into a single nation, or Volksgemeinschaft, under Nazi rule. The Treaty of Versailles, signed after World War I, had stripped Germany of territory and humiliated the country. This created fertile ground for Hitler's nationalist message. He blamed the treaty for Germany's struggles and saw the unification of German-speaking people as a way to restore the nation's power and pride. But Hitler's ambitions for a Greater Germany didn't stop with unification. His worldview was deeply tied to the idea of Lebensraum, or living space. He believed that the German people needed more land to sustain themselves, and that this land should come from Eastern Europe, particularly from Poland and the Soviet Union. Hitler viewed the Slavic peoples of Eastern Europe as inferior, and he planned to conquer their lands to create space for German settlers. This expansionist vision was at the heart of his plans for Greater Germany, and became a driving force behind the start of World War II. He saw it as both a racial and territorial imperative, believing that Germans, as the so-called master race, were entitled to rule over others. One of the first significant moves toward the creation of Greater Germany was the Anschluss in 1938, where Nazi Germany annexed Austria. This move was extremely popular among many Austrians, as it fulfilled the long-standing nationalist desire for unity with Germany. But it wasn't just about Austria. Hitler had his sights set on the Sudetenland in Czechoslovakia, where a large German-speaking population resided. Through a combination of diplomatic pressure and military threats, Hitler was able to annex the Sudetenland in 1938 without firing a single shot, as Britain and France sought to appease him in the infamous Munich Agreement. However, this policy of appeasement only emboldened Hitler. In 1939, he invaded Poland, which not only triggered World War II, but marked the beginning of his more aggressive attempts to create a Greater Germany by force. What followed was years of brutal conflict, genocide, and the Holocaust, as Hitler's obsession with racial purity and territorial expansion led to unimaginable suffering across Europe. Rather than creating a powerful and unified Greater Germany, Hitler's actions brought the world to the brink of destruction. His vision for Greater Germany ultimately collapsed under the weight of war, destruction, and the defeat of Nazi forces in 1945. By the end of World War II, Hitler's dream of Greater Germany was in ruins. Instead of uniting Germans, the country was divided into East and West Germany, a split that would last for decades until reunification in 1990. The human cost of Hitler's ambitions was devastating, with millions of lives lost and Europe left in ruins. In conclusion, Hitler's vision of Greater Germany was not just about uniting Germans, but about conquest, expansion, and racial dominance. It was a vision rooted in hate and destruction, which led to one of the darkest periods in human history. If you want to learn more about historical events like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the past. Subscribe for more history content.